a true crime story of bad governance in America. In one of the richest countries on earth, thousands of children were poisoned by their own tap water. Not in a war zone. Not in a remote village, but in Flint, Michigan, an American city just 60 miles from the heart of Detroit. This is the true story of how government negligence, corporate greed, and systemic failure led to a public health crisis that devastated an entire city, and how justice is still out of reach. Flint was once a proud working-class town, home to General Motors and thousands of blue-collar families. But after GM downsized in the 1980s, jobs vanished. Crime rose. Poverty climbed. And by the 2010s, over 40% of the population lived below the poverty line. In 2011, the state of Michigan, under Governor Rick Snyder, appointed an emergency manager to take control of Flint's government. The goal was to cut costs. In April 2014, in a bid to save money, the city switched its water supply from Lake Huron, via Detroit's water system, to the Flint River, a move approved by the state-appointed emergency manager. The Flint River had a long, dirty history. It was known for industrial waste, corroded pipes, and high bacteria levels. But officials assured residents the water was safe. Within weeks, residents complained about brown, foul-smelling water. Children developed rashes. Hair fell out in clumps. People said the water burned their skin. Officials kept saying everything was fine. Meanwhile, Flint's children were drinking lead-infused water every single day. For over 18 months, government agencies at every level denied there was a problem. The Michigan Department of Environmental Quality, MDEQ, knew the water wasn't being treated properly to prevent lead from leaching out of old pipes. State officials manipulated data, dismissing tests that showed dangerously high lead levels. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, was warned by one of its own scientists, Miguel del Toro, but delayed any action. Subscribe and like for part 2.